Welcome to Visual Communication in the Media. My name is Adam Rozeski. It's a pleasure to see each and every one of you. Hope everyone's excited. Got through week one. Thank you for communicating for people that were having some trouble over the weekend. I really appreciate that. Probably one of the better classes that I've had with people letting me know what's going on, so I really appreciate that, so we could work out schedules and go from there. So thank you about that. I just finished your live lecture assignments. I'll start working on the written assignments and the discussions throughout the week, so hopefully I'll have those done by Thursday. Other than that, just give you some head announcements. So again, discussion posts, they're back to normal. Initial post due on Tuesday, reply post due on Saturday. Also, keep in mind that our lecture is at 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Other than that, let's get back to it. So last week we talked about we talked about the history of the different mediums that visual communication was delivered on, so people can receive it and understand it. Obviously, in the old days, we talked about different ways, like in paintings and pretty much posters, books, but it was all written out, right? And it was all done by hand and to make sure that it can be seen that way. But again, production was slower, but as time went on, technology improved and industry improved, so we were able to get more ways to communicate faster. Such example like computers, tablets, now everything's very visual. Social media adds a lot more different ways to communicate visually as well. There's a lot of different things about it. So we talked about that. We also talked about the 5 different response types, which we focused on sensory last week. This week and next week, we're going to really focus on perception and how perception plays a huge role in creating visuals. This week, we're going to kind of focus on what is perception and some other different elements about it. Next week, we're going to focus on semiotics and goes from there. So yeah, let's talk about that today. So we're going to start our 2-week journey into perception, the second response type. So we introduced those 5 response types last week, which was sensory, perceptual, technical, emotional, and ethical. We talked about sensory last week. This week, we're going to focus on perception. And perception as a whole is the organization, identification, interpretation of sensory information in order to represent and understand the presented information or environment. Now, there's different perceptual concepts that we're going to be focusing on this week. We're going to focus on cultural perception. We're going to talk about cognitive memories, how your memories shape your perceptions. And we'll also talk about how businesses and cultures really matter and how they kind of play with part with everything. And understanding target market and demographics and different cultures and how they play a part with each other. Because if you build a visual for one culture, it may not be correct for other cultures. And this doesn't just include with race. We're talking about where you live, the different people you hang out with, different activities you go with. Because obviously, I play hockey on a regular basis. My hockey friends are going to look at hockey ads more than probably my video game friends in a lot of different areas. So that's another aspect to keep in mind with. So we're going to focus on those 3 aspects. Now, the next week, we're going to focus on semiotics, which is the study of signs and semiology, and we're going to focus on iconography and different symbols and how important those are and the theorists behind it, and the perception of stimuli, how your stimuli kind of are affected based upon your perceptions. We'll focus on that next week. But this week, we're going to talk about the first 3 elements, which is cultural perceptions, businesses and culture, and cognitive memories, and how they go apart with everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep in mind, lecture tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. The link is posted on the announcements. Your rubrics are posted on the announcements. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns about the assignments, let me know. We'll go over them again on tomorrow during lectures, so you have an idea of what we're going to be focusing on and what something looks right, and the different kind of things. Other than that, that's all I got. So thank you for surviving week 1. Looking forward to this week and seeing stuff. A lot of good things to talk about. This is a really good discussion lecture, so if you're in for a little bit of fun and kind of talking about things, it's a good one to join. Other than that, be safe, have fun, enjoy. Hope everyone has a great week, and take it easy, and thank you for being awesome. All right, everyone, take it easy. Bye-bye.